The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here along with Bob Morgan on this Thursday morning. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Also brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. And by the Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street and the Women's Health Center on Cherry Street at Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
I'm good.
You doing good? You're over there doodling as usual. You like the doodle, don't you?
Kills time.
Well, Bob, we got a guest in here with us this morning.
Yeah, Molly O'Haron's in talking about the big pep rally. This is a DDA First Friday event, but they're doing it on a Thursday. Get ready for tomorrow night's football game.
That's correct. Yes, we have 4 different First Friday events scheduled for the year, one for each quarter. And this one, we really wanted to do a pep rally and involve the fall sports teams and the cheerleaders and the band. And so we opted to do this one on a Thursday rather than a Friday because we really wanted to do something for them, and I know that in the fall football season is big. We have a lot of pride here in Wayne County for the Jackets, so Friday nights are hard to get anybody to come out on a Friday night for an event downtown, so we moved it to a Thursday. But we are very excited about the pep rally tonight. We will have, like I said, the fall sports teams, volleyball, softball, cross country, football will all be out there. The cheerleaders, the band, we've got all of them scheduled to be out there, and we are hoping that everybody will come out and show support for them.
In the location once again?
It will be on North Megan Street in between Code Blue Tactical and Jesup Insurance Agency. So that little...
so right there at the intersection of Cherry and Macon Street.
Right, yep.
Right.
We're going to shut that little section of the street down and have the stage and everything set up out there. The First Friday event will be from 5 to 8 for the entirety of the event. We'll have some different activities. We'll have a poster making station, sidewalk chalk art. We're going to be giving out like Yellow Jackets tattoos, and we're going to have hopefully, weather permitting, we'll have the volleyball net set up down there. So there'll be different things for people to do throughout the event, and the pep rally itself will start around 6:30.
6:30, the pep rally begins, but activities from 5 to 8.
That's right.
In downtown Jesup, big pep rally right there at the intersection of Cherry and Macon Streets.
That's right. We hope that everybody will come downtown. We are going to be doing a little contest on social media for people that are down there throughout the event. If they're shopping in the local businesses, they can post a picture on social media with the hashtag Jesup First Fridays, and as long as their post is public and we can see it, we'll choose a winner from one of them. And just a little encouragement to visit the businesses while you're down there. So,
okay, sounds good. Glad that the DDA is doing this for their first Friday, but this is Thursday event. The big pep rally as Wayne County gets to play Jonesboro tomorrow night here at town for the first round of state playoffs.
That's right. We're very excited. We're really proud of the football team in Wayne County, and we want to wish them the best. So we hope everybody will come out and show their support and get to see the players and the cheerleaders and the band in downtown.
Okay. Sounds fun. Let me tell you, a good time's going to be had by everyone tonight in downtown Jesup for this big pep rally to get us fired up for the big game tomorrow night.
That's right. That's right.
You got your Yellow Jacket T-shirt on this morning, a big buzz there on the front.
I do. This is usually my Friday attire, but with the pep rally tonight.
Usually your Friday attire, huh?
That's right.
Okay.
I do want to thank very quickly our strategic partners that support DDA and help us with all that we do. and that is Autumn Hall Federal Credit Union, Coastal Pines Technical College, Wayne Memorial Hospital, Harrison Company, Interstate Credit Union, Jones Medical Equipment, Murphy Builder Supply, Rayonier Advanced Materials, Sinatronics, State Farm, David Earl Keith, Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, and Williamson Development Company.
Okay.
So I want to thank them as well, because we couldn't do our events that we do without support from businesses like those. So.
All right. So tonight, it's all going on, starting at 5 o'clock. The pep rally officially begins at 6:30, but there'll be all kinds of activities from 5 to 8 o'clock in downtown Jesup. That's great, Mom.
That's right.
So who came out with this idea?
Well, it was something that our board and and First Friday committee came up with.
Okay.
In the past, I know years ago, maybe a little before my time, but there used to be a big pep rally downtown in the fall, and it was something they wanted to bring back, and so we just decided to move forward with it and make it happen.
Okay. And the thing about it is you mentioned the fact that all the fall sport teams are going to be down there.
That's right.
Once again, it's football,
volleyball, softball, cross country, and cheer band as well. We'll
all be down there for this big pep rally in downtown Jesup.
That's right.
Okay. Well, I think it's a great idea by the DDA, and I know everyone's looking forward to getting fired up for tomorrow night's playoff game at the big pep rally in downtown Jesup tonight at the intersection of Macon and Cherry Streets.
That's right. We're very excited. We did want to mention, though, we are watching the weather. We've had some questions about the weather and if it's going to rain, and so we are definitely keeping an eye on that. And, well, you know, if something was to have to be rescheduled or postponed, then we would definitely make that decision by sometime midday. So we will keep an eye on the weather.
It's just one of those hit and miss days, you know. 60% today, 40% tonight. So, you know, it's not 100% at least.
Yeah, the weather's been a little bit temperamental here the past few days with the rain, but we're hoping for the best and moving forward. And if something comes up, we'll definitely let everybody know on social media and get it out to you guys as well. So
okay, sounds great. Bob, any other comments or questions for Molly this morning from DDA?
Just look forward to the pep rally.
All right. Well, we'll hope to see everybody there.
Okay, Molly, have a good day.
Thanks. Y'all too.
All right, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. 60% chance of showers today. High today of 79 degrees. Tonight, 40% chance of showers and cloudy with a low of 65. Tomorrow for Football Friday, variable cloudiness, 30% chance of showers with a high near 80. The Autumn overdose of 5.4 feet and rising. Well, did y'all have a good time last night at the dinner for the football team with Congressman Buddy Carter?
Did a good job molding for men. So it's a good program that's been implemented since Coach Crew Barrage. You know, somebody different comes and speaks to the team and gives them a message. So it was a good event. Football moms cooked the dinner last night, so that was pretty good.
So what was Buddy's message to the football team?
Just focus and, you know, do your best, you know.
Focus and do your best.
And make him realize, like we said in the sports, you know, everybody starts 0-0. You can't overlook anybody. So just because they're coming in as the number 4 team ranked, not ranked, but with a record of 5-5, you know, they've got a good chance of moving on to the second round as we do. So they've got to go out there and be serious. Had a funny little line, though. He said he played tailback. He said every time he ran on the field, the coach said, "Get your tail back." So, that was pretty funny. I didn't realize he does 500 push-ups a day, though.
Buddy does 500 push-ups a day. What is he? You know, a Herschel Walker, huh? 500 push-ups a day. Not all at one time, of course, but throughout the day he does it?
No, in the morning time. At
one time. At one time he does 500 push-ups.
Says it takes him an hour. He said he did 600 push-ups in 61 minutes or something. One of them coaches looked at me and said, "You do push-ups?" I said, "The only push-up I know is that push-up ice cream." That's what
Push-up. No, that's good stuff. That orange sherbet and the push-up thing. Oh, man, that's good right there. You just got to eat it before it melts everywhere. But, man, that arm, that's good right there.
That's the push-up I know.
Yeah. I asked a guy one time if he did curls. He said, I do 12-ounce curls every afternoon when I get off work.
It's just a good program. I said, I think the kids enjoy it. Something that Coach Cribb implemented. So David Earl, the mayor, is in charge of lining those speakers up. So he was on hand yesterday. So
let's get back to Bud. Did he say he'd been doing these 500 push-ups a day for a long time?
Long time. Yeah.
Long time?
Yep.
You know, that it sounds like the regimen of Herschel Walker.
That's
Herschel does that many push-ups or more each day. He does that many sit-ups each day. He's still chiseled, isn't he? I mean, last time I saw him on television, he was still
Herschel
chiseled.
Still says he can play in the NFL today, which I don't doubt it. So, but that's what Buddy said.
Well, he's got 50-something-year-old legs. I mean, you can keep yourself in shape. Once those legs get to a certain age, it's a whole different ballgame.
He was a world-class sprinter.
Yes, he was. And he got that speed by running against his sister in high school. You know that. Yes, sir. I wish people could see pictures of Herschel Walker when he was in 8th grade. He was just a skinny little old kid there in Wrightsville, Georgia. And I know I've told the story before. He asked the coach, what can I do to get better, coach, in football? Do as many push-ups each day as you can, do as many sit-ups as you can each day, and run wind sprints. And luckily for him, he had a sister that was a couple of years older that was fast. And so he used to run against her all the time. And he finally got to the point where he could beat her. And, of course, she got a track scholarship to Georgia, and which, of course, Vince Stilley probably had his eye on Herschel that time, saying, if I get the sister up here, I'll probably get the brother. And he did. And so that's how Herschel got chiseled like he was. It wasn't a fancy weight room. It was sit-ups, push-ups, and wind sprints. Now, I know he got into the weight program once he got to Georgia. I mean, that's what you do when you get to college. And, of course, in high school now, that's practically a year-long training for them is weightlifting. Bigger, faster, stronger. Got to do it to be able to compete.
No doubt.
No doubt. I like your comments there that you mentioned to the Congressman Buddy Carter about, why wasn't there more emphasis on the economy? And during the campaign by the Republicans, and I had mentioned that to Buddy weeks ago when I saw him, can't remember where I saw him, we were talking about the campaign and so forth, and I said, why aren't the Republicans talking about the economy? I mean, the unemployment rate's as low as it's been in 50 years or so. I said in all ethnic groups, it's the lowest it's been. People are making more money. There's jobs that are having difficult to fill out there. I mean, I said the economy is just booming right now, better than it has in a long, long time. And he just says, well, I don't know. The emphasis seemed to be on this and that and the other. And I said, that's what, the reason why they said that Clinton got reelected back in the 90s is, the statement was, is the economy stupid? As, Bill Clinton back then kept talking about, well, we got a great economy. We got a great economy. He kept emphasizing, how good people were doing and all this kind of stuff. And no matter what kind of troubles that Bill Clinton went through during the 90s, which he went through quite a bit, he got reelected and was still popular throughout his presidency, even going through all that. People felt good about themselves because they were making good money. Jobs were available. And so I talked to Congressman Carter about that. And so I don't know why, Bob. I mean, when you got what's going on right now in the country with the economy, I would have been on the rooftop with a mega horn saying we're all doing well because of the policies. But they didn't as much. Didn't hear as much of it. Well, I guess we don't have an official governor-elect yet, do we, here in the state of Georgia?
Oh, we do, according to the elected governor.
Yeah, according to Brian Kemp, we do.
Brian Kemp says he's the governor, but they say there's still 100,000 some votes.
Where are these votes? I mean, why does it take 2 days? I mean,
they're talking about they're going to count them all the way into next week. Is what I just read off the AJC. So it'll takes. It doesn't matter what the result is. She's going to contest it. So it's going to be a
There's
while.
several of them like that. Karen Handel's position for Congress. She's a little bit behind. She wants something there. Same one in Florida. There's some of it's just amazing. And people say, I'm not going to go vote because my vote don't count. Yes, it does. No,
I'm just amazed.
Get out there and vote, because look how many. So many elections nationwide are razor thin. That just shows you how divided this country is between the two different, the different policies and the different way of looking at government and other things that the folks are looking at. There's just this. There's the red and the blue, and it seems to go right down the middle in so many places throughout the country.
I'm just amazed just today, talking to Tammy, how they had to go through all these write-in votes to determine which write-in votes were for the write-in candidates and which ones were not. So it's just amazing that so many people go in the voting booth and write in Mickey Mouse, Charlie Brown, Donald Duck, whoever, So.
Oh, they just think it's cute, and having fun. Yeah, they know it can't officially be counted.
I said in District 2 alone, there were 1,283 write-in votes, and Kevin McCrae got 1,228, so that's about 50-some votes where they just wrote in somebody else. But they had to go through each one individually because they had to determine which write-in votes were for the write-in candidates and which ones were not. Like District 1, Grady Thomas received 809 of the 896, so that's some 90 votes that people wrote in something.
Just wrote in something else. 90-something people wrote in something else. Do you have any idea what those 90-something things were?
All kinds of.
All kinds of names, huh?
Some we can't repeat on air. It's just amazing.
Come on, voters out there, let's be nice.
It's amazing. But
well, you've had this long campaign. Everybody's ready for it to be over with. There's, mud being slung all over the place. And so I guess sometimes when a voter goes in there, they just want to get some of that stress relief off and make something fun out of it, because it's just amazing. Everybody's looking forward to Election Day. Of course, they want their candidates to win, but they're also looking forward to Election Day thank God this thing's going to be over with, because you're so tired of all the negativity and the verbiage back and forth and all that kind of stuff that goes on. You just get tired of it.
I said, thank heaven for DVR, because I told somebody I can't even watch all this political ads, so I DVR'd everything and then just speed through it, because you cannot watch any TV show, any football game without every commercial break being a political ad. So.
Well, I don't have television at my house, and so I didn't have to be bombarded with all that negativity. There was some on the Georgia News Network, and right there toward the end, and I really didn't like that, but I can't do anything about it. On the state news that we carry, they have a 60-second ad that runs with the state news, and I guess the two candidates for governor decided let's use the Georgia News Network there at the end. But as for seeing all those TV political ads, I didn't have to worry about it. I don't have television at my house, and so. But I know what you mean. I've had it before when you just sitting there, you just want to turn the doggone thing off, because you just get tired of the blasting of the other person, just left, right, forwards, and backwards. But they would not do it if it didn't work. You wouldn't see those negative ads if it did not prove that they didn't change the mind of some voters, because the biggest motivation for folks is fear. Fear of this, fear of that, fear of loss, fear of everything. Fear. That's from our caveman days, fear. And so if you can put a little fear in a person's mind about, well, if I vote for this person, I'm not going to get health care. If I vote for this person, they're just going to let immigrants in. If I vote for this person, my taxes are going to go up. If I vote for this person, the world's coming to an end, And so they try to put that fear in you so you don't vote for somebody because of fear, not the fact that you actually want to vote for the person you vote for. But, all that, they have political advertising agencies who've got experts in there who know how to put all this together to get as many votes as possibly can for their candidate. And so just don't pay attention to them, and maybe they'll go away, but they just seem to be getting worse with each election. And once all this dust settles down over the next couple of weeks on who wins what and all that kind of stuff, I think if you thought the last 2 years were kind of a lot of confrontation going on between the Republicans and Democrats and the president and all that up there in Washington, D.C., that's just a warm-up show what's going to happen over the next couple of years. Yeah. I just wish they would just worry about running the government, taking care of the country. But they're going to be busy attacking each other. And you just hate that. You really do. You get tired of, politicians acting like a bunch of middle schoolers, And I shouldn't say middle schoolers, because middle schoolers act better than that. I don't mean to put them in the same thing, but I'm talking about just acting that way. But it's all about money and power and control and all that kind of stuff like that, and trying to try to go after your core base there and making them happy by showing the fact that you're doing something, and so that's the reason why it happens. So it's going to be something over the next couple of years. But as you can see, Trump is not going to sit back and just say, okay, just railroad over me. He's a billionaire, successful businessman who's dealt with some of the most toughest negotiations and people throughout the world. So he's not going to be sitting back, playing political with this, is what I think. And I think, things that I've seen and read, that he's going to be on the attack just as much as they are. He'll attack as much as they do. So what do you think is going to happen up in Washington next year?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? You don't think it's going to really? You think things were bad these last 2 years with fighting up there? You think it's going to be worse the next 2 years?
They don't cover that on NFL networks.
I'm
more worried about tonight's game with Pittsburgh and Carolina.
You're more worried about the Pittsburgh Carolina game, right?
I have my priorities, and I could care less about politics. And they said I don't get into. It doesn't consume me.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I've got more important things to worry about.
I don't worry about it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired, and there's so many other folks out there that are tired of all this.
I think people know me where I stand
blasting
on politicians.
Each other every day.
I go by the standard line. How do you know politicians line? Their lips are moving. So I don't really have much to do. I have to do it as my job, but I don't watch it at night. I go home and watch Big Bang Theory and NFL Network.
You watch stuff that makes you feel good.
I stay away from all this. It's just too depressing to watch all the childish foolishness going on up in Washington. So
I'll go over to some people's houses and they'll have Fox News going, or they'll have CNN going and stuff like that.
They say Georgia's playing Auburn.
I got to leave the house. I don't want to watch that. All it does is stress me out.
Georgia's playing Alabama, SEC title game. Those are the things that consume my world.
Consumes your world.
I don't have time to worry about what's going on in Washington, because it doesn't seem to affect me very much.
It doesn't affect you very much?
No. It doesn't change my day-to-day approach.
That's one of the things I like to do when I get off the air at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. When I get off the air and then we go into country music, I go to my office and I turn my radio from 105.5 FM. I click it over to the AM dial and put it on our AM station, 1370 AM, because when I get in there, Dan Patrick's on. And so I can sit there and listen to sports with Dan Patrick from 9 to 12, and Jim Rohn from 12 to 3, and then Rich Eisen from 3 to 5, and Chuck Oliver from 5 to 7, and hear about, there's, of course, some negativity in there and some conflict, but mostly it's just talking about the accomplishments of the athletes and the teams and strategy and things of that sort. And I'm kind of like you, you want to get your head out of all this negativity that comes from Atlanta and especially from Washington, and put it in something a little more entertaining.
Life's good. Wayne County's playing for the first round state playoffs. Go by Sheffield today. They got those back-to-back championship T-shirts and hoodies and things like that to get ready for Friday night's game. Georgia's playing Auburn Saturday. Georgia's still in the hunt for the playoffs. That's good. My Steelers are starting to play better. Le'Veon Bell's expect to come back this week. So life is good. You can't complain. Got the big pep rally tonight, so come on out, have a great time. Get your mind off all that other craziness going on. That's all. We had another shooting, which is sad, but that seems to be a common occurrence. I don't understand.
California last night, they had that shooting at that club.
At a country bar. It's just sad. I don't know what's going on with that. How do you stop those? But, that's it seems to be
folks out there.
Just seems to be a common occurrence, and that's kind of depressing. But
yeah, it is.
It's just sad to see that take place. But like I said, like Buddy Carter said yesterday, the Democrats have been fussing and fighting for 2 years. Let's work together. Well, now they got a Democratic House, so maybe they'll work together. They got to work together. That's what you would hope.
You
that's
hope they would, but
I talked to somebody yesterday a long time ago, growing up. Democrats were Democrats, Republicans were Republicans, but there was civility. People treated people with respect. They could disagree, but not be disagreeable. There wasn't all this name calling and childish buffoonery going on that you see. I mean, it's just kind of
buffoonery. I like that. That's what's going on up there.
It's just gotten to ugliness, and it's just not fun to watch. I mean, you talk about middle school kids and high school kids watching this. I mean, what are we teaching these kids?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not supposed to be about name calling and yelling and screaming and hollering at each other. You're supposed to work together. You can disagree.
You can agree to disagree.
I mean, that's what life's about. Everybody has different opinions, different philosophies, but you're supposed to respect the other person's opinion and disagree and debate, and majority wins. That's why you go and vote. So that's why. The only thing that was good about Tuesday night was to see the number of people that turned out to vote, because we've been talking about that. That's a right that we have. People fought and died for your right to vote. It was great to see the numbers turn out for the vote on Tuesday, especially here in Wayne County. I mean, had 5,000 early votes, which was great to see.
What was the final amount?
That's one thing I did
how
not
many
check.
actually voted on voting on election day versus the early voting?
I'll have to check with Tammy to see what the exact percentage was, but that's what you like to see. People take part in the process, get involved, and every vote counts. I mean, look at some of those. I mean, on that Sunday alcohol sales, I think the yes votes were 307, the no votes were 306. I mean, it was one vote difference. So, every vote counts. So it's something that people need to. You hope to see that turnout in every election, but unfortunately, you don't see it.
All right, we got a text message in here, and of course, we just got some information from Jim Poindexter from the VFW on this also. This says, good morning. This is Denise, Dr. McDaniel, secretary at Wayne County High School. It's been brought to our attention that our Veterans Day program on Monday is at 11, but that is incorrect. It actually starts at 10 a.m. It's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We just wanted to make sure everyone has the correct information and don't miss it. Thank you so much. So once again, I've got the sheet right here that Jim Poindexter gave this morning on the correct times. And, of course, Denise from Wayne County High School just said that on Monday, November 12th, they're having the Veterans Day tribute. At 8 a.m., there'll be a VFW tribute to the veterans at the Wayne County Courthouse. And then at 9 a.m., the American Legion Veterans Program at Bill Morris Park. And then at Wayne County High School, it starts at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Monday, Wayne County High School tribute to veterans in the high school gym. 10 a.m. Monday, Wayne County High School tribute to the veterans in the high school gym. And then at 11:30, lunch for the veterans at the VFW Post behind the farmers market. So Denise and the high school just want to listen to know that's going to start at 10 a.m., the Wayne County High School tribute to the veterans of the high school gym. And then on Saturday, the day, a couple of days before then, this Saturday, November 10th, there's going to be a Veterans Day parade in downtown Jesup. Parade lineup will begin at 10 a.m. on Southwest Broad Street, and the parade begins at 11. So Saturday at 11 o'clock, you can see a Veterans Day parade in downtown Jesup. So those are the correct times on everything.
So the parade's at 11, not 10.
Yeah, the parade lineup begins at 10. The parade begins at 11. And then for the high school, their program, the Wayne County High School Tribute to Veterans of the High School Gym, begins at 10 a.m. So 11 a.m. Saturday for the parade, 11 a.m. Saturday for the parade in downtown Jesup, 10 a.m. for the Wayne County High School Tribute to the Veterans in the High School Gym on Monday, November 12th. I think official Veterans Day actually on Sunday, but, they're just working around it being the fact that 11's on Sunday.
All right.
Well, Bob, any other things that you want to discuss this morning? As we're just about out of time here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
Just want to encourage everybody to go by, get their tickets, and get ready for Friday night's football game. Hopefully I don't think Jonesboro's going to bring a very good crowd. Nothing like Ware County brought last Friday, but everybody keeps talking about the atmosphere there was there last Friday night. So hopefully another good home crowd comes out and supports Wayne County in this first-round matchup against Jonesboro on Friday night. Should be fun. Looking forward to it. We'll have more comments from Coach Cribb Tomorrow you can hear all his comments on the coach's show at 6:30 tomorrow. Have pregame. It's underway at 7. Kickoff tomorrow night, 7:30 at the stadium. Looking forward to Wayne County advancing to round 2.
Okay. Have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, by the Women's Health Center on Cherry Street at Broad Street in downtown Jesup, Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street, and Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.